Hello and welcome to Life in All Its Beauty. My name is Mary Ann, and today we are opening a 40-pin Sentro knitting machine that I ordered off of Amazon. It took a few weeks to arrive because the 40-pin is not as common as the 48-pin, which is usually what you'll see, so I decided to do an unboxing to show you guys what it looks like. To start off with, we've got the yarn that comes with it. So this is an acrylic yarn. It's lighter weight. I'm typically used to working with worsted weight or heavier weights of yarn, but I think this is maybe a DK or a light worsted yarn. It also came with some circular knitting needles and the legs and other accessories. So here you can see the body of the knitting machine. So this is the main part of it. And as you can see, the legs need to be attached. They're pretty easy to put in. I didn't need to read the instructions or anything. You just plug them in and they go in pretty easily. They stay pretty snugly, and there's also screws to screw them on. The reason why I decided to get the 40-pin Sentro machine instead of the 48-pin machine is because I specifically wanted this to do baby hats. So the 48-pin is better for regular adult-sized hats and bigger items, but I wanted baby hats and smaller items, and I can get more into that later. So as you can see, the legs went in pretty easily, and now I'm looking at the suction cups and the screws that screw the legs into the body of the knitting machine. The suction cups I found were pretty hard to put in. I really needed to use my fingernails and my whole body weight, it felt like. It was hard to get in. So I did end up finishing that part off camera, but as you can see here, I did try to do it and it just wasn't going on. It wasn't going to work. So, suction cups, we'll set those aside for now. There were also some little screws in there, and like I said, those are to screw into the legs. It also came with some tools. So there's the tension thing that you put into the machine, and that'll hold the yarn as you're winding. A pretty good screwdriver. It was a solid one like you'd grab at a hardware store or something. There were two darning needles, a large one and a smaller one, and then a crochet hook. The crochet hook was a 3.75 millimeter crochet hook. The knitting needle I could not find a size on, and darning needles don't really have any sizes related to them. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. So it is now early morning. Well, by early I mean 7 o'clock. But as you can see, it's still quite dark outside. We got about 2 inches of snow, 3 inches of snow overnight, which is less than they had forecasted. They had forecasted nearly 5. So at least my drive to work won't be as bad as I thought it would be. But anyway, I wanted to come on here quick and talk a little bit about the Sentro machine. I've had it for a few days now and been able to play around with it and experiment with it, and it's a lot of fun. So this is really the only item that I've made. It's a baby hat made with that gray yarn that came with it, and I made it twice. So the first time that I did it, it was terrible. I had dropped stitches both on the top and on the bottom. I had tried to do the cast off method where you use a needle and then you use the needle to catch the stitch, pull it off, whatever. I was dropping stitches all over the place. So what I ended up finding was easier for me was to just crank it till the whole thing falls off and then go through with my needle and do that. I found that I dropped way fewer stitches that way. So this is round 2. As you can tell, it makes the cutest little baby hat, and I've never really been a big fan of the rolled hem, so that won't be a permanent thing, but since it was a beginner project, I figured I'd just leave it like that. That's something that you can easily fix by rolling it onto the inside and sewing it, or even rolling it onto the outside and sewing it down so that it doesn't roll but lies flat better. I don't know if blocking would do anything. It might after I sew it down and then block it, because that would help the yarn stay in that position better. But we'll see how it works out. I'm excited. I think it turned out really cute, and I'm excited to keep making more baby hats. So, like I think I mentioned earlier, one of my plans is to make a lot of baby hats with the scrap yarn that I have. Obviously making sure that it's good enough quality, and donating these hats to pregnancy care centers near me, or a pregnancy care center near me. So I think that that's something that's really important to me, is helping to support the local pregnancy crisis centers. They're really important in our world, and I think they play a crucial role, especially with young mothers and women experiencing unexpected pregnancies. So when I was moving out of my parents' house, I had a rather large collection of baby hats, and I couldn't bring them with me. Didn't know any mothers that had babies small enough to fit into those hats, and I wanted to do something with them. So I did bring them to the local crisis pregnancy center near where I lived, and it meant a lot to them that I was able to do that. And so I really wanted to be able to continue doing that, especially as I have yarns that I don't really love anymore, that I don't have project ideas for. But I think it would be wonderful to be able to make something with them instead of, wasting the yarn and just throwing it out. It'd be wonderful to be able to make something with them that actually meant something to the people that received them in the end. So that is all for today. I have to go get ready for work and drive through this snow, so wish me luck. And I will see you next time. Bye!